Hey there, good morning, Janine here. I want to talk about Google AdWords. And you have this document, the Consolidated SEO Report. I sent it, or I completed it back on April 26th. And I know I emailed you a copy and I can send another copy. But when you look at this report, let me push this down a little bit. At the bottom, it's an Excel spreadsheet. You have different tabs. With this, you can look at the keywords your competitors are using. And there was quite a few we did. And then the last couple of pages were keywords movers, moving. It shows the keywords that companies are using, or people are using, the most searches. Moving companies, movers near me, long distance movers, top results, visitors. Here, pay per click. How much are people paying? Same way with movers. Find movers. So you can see how much people are paying. Now, what does this report mean? Again, over here is a key, and then here how to read the report. So I would recommend just kind of looking at some of these, what the results were when preparing your Google AdWords. Again, you can look at some of your, let's look at what Troy Humphrey, what they've got going on. Moving company, Jacksonville, North Carolina. When I look at this, I'm thinking based on our conversation, we're looking for long distance. What's some of the long distance movers? And it shows you the monthly search. That's what this one is. What keywords are people using? So take a look at this, and it'll give you an understanding of the keywords that we talked about for your Google Ads. And now let's look up Google AdWords. Oops. Google AdWords. And of course I've been looking, so a lot of things will come up. You just type in Google AdWords. And then what's going to happen, a little bit slow. I'm going to just click start over. I was playing with it this morning. And what's going to originally happen, it will bring you to your Google Plus account, your Google account, and you'll log in. I don't have your current login, so I just did it under mine. Google AdWords. So you're just going to kind of look, what are you going to do? Okay, I just clicked on something. Let's see where it's taking us. All right, I want to start over. So you'll see it's got my old business, Dreamcatcher, before we did the name change. You've got your campaigns. We've got an overview, opportunities. You just get in here and you start playing. Now you'll see this thing for Google AdWords Express. I guess I've spent a couple of hours here this morning looking the difference between Google AdWords and AdWords Express. AdWords Express, the minimum when I did it was $1.64 per day. So that can get very expensive. But the feature I saw on Google AdWords Express that I liked was you can have it set up that when they call your phone, like they click on the ad to call you, you get that message, this is a Google AdWords Express caller, something to that nature. So again, depending on the budget you want, whether you want to use AdWords Express or Google AdWords. I'm sticking with AdWords, and that's pretty much, they're very similar. So overview, like right now it's at nothing. These were some keywords I put in. Let's just start a new campaign. Let's see. We're going to click on New Campaign for Google AdWords. It's going to ask if you want to do a search network, display network, shopping, video, blah, blah. I don't think you want to do any of these because this is for people shopping at a store online. This is for YouTube. We don't have enough YouTube videos that we would want to use that. I think this is the one you probably want, or maybe this one. This is going to up the cost. Your ad, we want the ad, I think, from what we were doing the other day. You want it to show up here. I know personally I rarely look over here. My eyes just are trained to go here when I do a search and what pops up. So I suggest we just stick with this, but it's totally up to you. If you want it both places, it would just up the cost. So we're going to click the campaign type. And what's our goal for the campaign? Do you want to, I'm just going to move me out of here. Do you want sales? Well, again, it's telling you you don't have an online store. Do you want leads or do you want web traffic? Either one of these would probably get you the same thing. Leads would be more if you had a newsletter or something that they were clicking on. Web traffic, I know for me, people go from my website to calling me, and when they, or if they're a referral, they don't do either. But a lot of times they'll say, I did a Google, I went to your website, I saw what you're about. That's where you have a lot of good stuff. So let's just click web traffic. Select the way you'd like to reach your goal. So we put in your website. Go up here. Whoops. Yeah, got your website. So we're going to put Thomas Moving. We click continue. Campaign name, let's just put, I'm just going to do this Biz1. We decided we want to do this. Again, you still can do both. It's going to expand your search and everything, the money. So if we do both, do you want United States? Probably. Or do you want to do an exact location? Now, exact location, you could do Greenville. And here's one of the things I noticed this morning I thought was kind of neat. You could do Greenville, New Bern, Washington, North Carolina, and that it's showing you what your target would be. So if you did the three of those, you're getting New Bern and Little Washington and Greenville all in one keyword type. So you could do that. You could enter another one. You could do Jacksonville, North Carolina. You just come over here, target. If you wanted to do Onslow, Onslow County shows up. Want top sale? And it's showing, okay, no results, top sale. It's not showing up, so it's in Onslow. Let's try, oh, I typed it wrong. Whoops. North Topsail Beach. You can also, I thought this was interesting, N3 North Carolina Congressional District. So we can do Topsail. So you get the idea. You can add what you want in here. Okay, then we come down to our bidding. We want to stick with the manual. Enter a daily budget. I like $1. Standard. You can put a set date if you just wanted to run this for X amount. Add a primary number. Grabbing your business card. Got additional settings. If you had a promotional message, add schedule. Now you may only want to run it on certain days. You may say, I only want to do Monday through Friday or each day. Maybe you only want to do Monday through Friday. Whoops, Monday through Friday. And you pick a time. If you think people are, again, judge this, Beth, on what time of day do you get the most phone calls? I know for your Facebook, people are more active later in the evening, early morning, evening. But if you're getting phone calls during the daytime, then that must be when they're searching. So you can set, now you know probably most people are not awake at these hours looking for you, the early morning, so maybe you don't start it until 5:45 a.m. and you shut it off at, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12. Again, because then this is kind of fine-tuning when they're seeing it. But then maybe say, you know what, on the weekends, we're just going to leave it wide open. And then location options, again, people who show interest in your target location, because again, we don't want people clicking who don't live here, I guess you would say. Ad rotation, I optimized for best performing ads. Okay, keep it at that. Hit save and continue. Times can't overlap. What do I have overlapping? I don't know. So just, again, get in here. You can play with it. So we're going to save and continue. Keywords, moving companies, looking at the SEO report. I'm moving it to my other screen so I can type and talk. And moving companies near me was the most searched. So we're putting that. We're putting moving trucks, long distance movers, moving movers. Over here, to generate some ideas to help, we could do, then you just hit enter, and it's going to show you more results. Moving companies, Jacksonville, North Carolina, monthly searches. Moving companies, moves. So that tells me I probably want to add those over here too. Oops. And these are the monthly searches that typically show up. And then it shows some others that are a lot less, like cross-state movers is only 10 to 100, local furniture is only this, local moving help. So that helps. And again, our ad group name, ad group 1 is Biz 1. Our default bid, we're going to put it at $1. And maybe you don't want it $1. Maybe you want it at only 25 cents. Okay, the default bid is your maximum cost per click. And based on looking over at some of these others, that's pretty high. And I'm going to move me out of the way. Average cost per click, daily budget, cost per day 2 cents, clicks per day 0. So I think that's pretty good. Again, you can play with this. So if you wanted to do 50 cents, it's still going to show you, this isn't always going to hit the, this is the most that you would be charged per day. Cost per day, average about 12 cents, average cost per click 31. And that's even with our budget at 50 cents. 75. Ups it a little bit. You might get 1 click per day, it says. Okay, now because I'm playing with it and I put $1, it's not going to do much. But I say keep it maybe at a quarter, or 50 cents showed pretty good. 75 is going to put you almost at 1, and that cost per click would be 53 cents. You can even say you're only going to pay $0.10. But you won't know how this performs until you are actually doing it. So I'm just going to put it at 50 cents just for the sake of moving on. But again, you can see how this would happen. See, again, click, save. You're going to create your new ad. Headline 1. Final URL. We got your you can pull up your website. What do we want to say from your website? Let us make your move stress-free. Or no, we want to focus on those keywords. I'm trying to think of something catchy. Put your website over on the other page. Put me back down here. And you have another one here. Trust your valuables to the best. It says it's too long, so trust your whoops, crap, sorry. Trust us when not. All right, we got to come up with something catchy up here. Got to come up with something catchy, and I'm drawing a blank right now as I'm trying to show you. Keep looking over here at your website. All right, so we know we need a catchy headline. Headline 2, description. Let us take the stress out of your next move. And again, then you see how it then is popping up here. Okay, and again, it's saying we're just going to leave. We're professional movers with over 30 years experience. Down here is your word counts. We still have a few words, but this is what your ad would start to look like. And then again, you could click done, and there's a sample of what it would look like. We could save and continue. And then, moving me back out of the way, this is the page I like. You could then, we show our pay-per-click, the amount. You can edit it. Anywhere you've got a pencil, you can edit. We could change the name if we wanted. What I like here, again, you look at your keywords. Do we have any more keywords we want to add? Are we good? Those are all good. Audience, I like this one. Do you want to pick the age of your audience? Edit. Again, click on that little, excuse me, we could target. Our audience. And a lot of this is just playing around to see what they are coming up with. They, I mean Google, as some suggestions. Now you can even, again, just kind of come up here. It's going to show you, oh, we have no goal selected. I thought we selected a goal. So I think we'd go back up here. Demographics, this is the one I like, sorry. We could go into demographics here. What age group are you looking for? Who is your ideal? I mean, is it really the 18 to 24? If not, then don't have it show up where they may click just to be clicking. If it's not even this group, then don't. Is it more here? You get to choose who your ideal client is that you want to see your ad. So you could do that. Placement. Right now, I don't think we really have a placement. Settings. Okay, we have our goal, website traffic. We've got our locations. Again, you can come in and change daily budget. If you wanted to say, you know what, we're going to go big. We're going to do $5 a day. I mean, you know the math. You know the budget that you switched from, bringing me back over. You know your budget that you want to spend. What did you take from the phone book, people? And what do you want to allocate in your as your marketing Google pay-per-click? And that's where, again, I really recommend having a marketing budget. You know, you've got me doing the social media. You've got really plan this out. You know, 30 days a month on average, 5 is going to be what, 150 a month? Do you want to spend that much? You know, I know I spend that on that JD News thing, and I've gotten a big zero. So once that ends, I would be tempted to do it for a month just to see, or a few weeks. Again, you could set the date in here. Like say you said, okay, we're going to do $5 a day, but only until, I don't know, maybe you said today's the 6th, we're going to run it through, you know, for 2 weeks. Again, you have that option in here. It's just making sure you're aware of what you're doing, how you're doing. And you could change it up here too by location. On the clicks. I think we want this to show up on everything, right? Drafting and experiments. You know, we don't have any. So this is pretty much how it works. Now up here again, it's $5. We're not done, of course. You need a catchy headline. Edit your settings. Of course, because this is under mine right now, just playing around, it already has my credit card in here. When you're going in and setting yours up, it'll ask for a credit card on file. So this is pretty much Google AdWords. Again, the difference between AdWords and AdWords Express was AdWords Express was $1.64 a day, and you could get the recording where they click and immediately dial you or something, and you got a message saying it was coming from them. Choice is totally up to you. If you want to sit down and together we set this up and I'm at your computer with you and I'm talking you through, we could maybe do something on Monday if you were ready. Tuesday's probably the only day next week that's not good for me. But I like doing things earlier in the week because I never know what's going to come up with everybody else later in the week. But think about it. You know, feel free to do it on your own. I think I've walked you through the steps. Again, do what's comfortable. If you want to start out slow, I guess I like to play it safe, so I would be starting out a little bit slow. But you know what your goal is. You want to fill January, February, March. So maybe even you say, you know what, we're going to put a big hunk of money right now. We're going to do $10. We're going to do, you know, whatever. Totally up to you, not my business. If you need me, you know how to get in touch with me. I hope this has helped. Again, you might want to pull up this report and just kind of get ideas of the pay-per-click, the keywords. But I really don't even think it's necessary when they're pulling things up too. But it's kind of nice to see what people are searching for. And then again, these over here, 2 men in a truck, what are they using? They're Holly Storage, Holly Ridge Primary Storage Units, Jacksonville NC City Limits. Nobody clicked on it though. North Carolina Movers Association, nobody's clicked. Holly Ridge, nobody clicked. Movers in Jacksonville, yeah, people are clicking. So, you know, think about who your competition, when I designed this and had it prepared, tried to get as many as we could. And of course, some of these are just too big to probably try to compete with. We had talked about that. I think this is in dollars. I'm not sure. I was trying to figure it out. So, all right, I'm going to shush, let you watch this. Have an amazing day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.